race fans, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to check out the channel. On this episode, I'm going to try something new, which I call the Fast 4. And it's my 4 findings that I've come across on the internet in the last little bit. So let's jump right into it, and we'll start off with number 4. And number 4 is the daily races in GT7. I used to do the daily races for a little bit as I was trying to get better at sim racing. And last year I was finding that people were crashing me from behind or whatever, and I'd be the one getting the penalty, so it was really frustrating. So after about a month, I decided to stop sim racing on the daily races and just stay to, do my own customized races and whatever. But recently I jumped back in. Specifically last week I was doing the group 4 races at Mount Panorama, and I found that the couple of times that people crashed me, they were nice enough to wait and let me have that spot back. Yeah, I did drop down in the order because other racers who had nothing to do with the crash came by, but that's cool. So it shows that there, are some respectful people out there. So maybe the shout out isn't to GT7 for clamping down on the problems. Maybe it's just a shout out to the respectful drivers out there. So either way, I've just been finding that experience in daily races better, and I'm gonna try some more. So hopefully that keeps up. And number 3 is crossplay in F1 22. Now I think this is really cool. The idea is for Xbox and PlayStation users that have F1 22 to be able to play with each other. That's really cool. I believe the date to try that out, I think they were doing a beta test, an open beta test. I think it was the 7th or the 9th, so finished a couple of days ago, and there's something coming up. It's either next week or the week after. So anyway, let's hope this works. And while we're talking about cross-platform, maybe one day all gamers, despite the platform that they're on, will be able to play any game with their friends, so that maybe iRacing will be available on PlayStation or Xbox, and maybe Gran Turismo will be able to play on other platforms as well, or whatever the race is. And I know it's a lot of money and time, and who wants to do that, but just wishful thinking, so don't hate me for it. So anyway, if you have any experience with this cross-platform trial, let me know what you think in the comments. Let's get to number 2. Number 2 is SlipAngle. It's a company that's in Canada, and they specialize in haptic feedback. And so what that is basically it transfers the effects that you will get to your controller or to your steering wheel. And you can usually buy one device that goes under your seat, but SlipAngle has decided to come up with an idea where they have the sensors in springs. So a spring goes under the 4 corners of your rig, and it senses that. So it takes the audio from the game and transforms it into vibration. So you get that whole body, that whole car feeling by having it come through each corner. So that's pretty cool. I think it's taking the whole idea of haptic feedback one step further. So instead of having just one sensor under the middle of your seat or wherever you place it, it's spread out through your rig, so you can get that full body experience. If you have any experience with that, let me know. And apparently it costs about $500, available if you have a PC to set up with your rig. Before we get to number 1, I want to give an honorable mention shout out to SimRacing 604. And the reason I knew about SlipAngle is because I came across this YouTube video by SimRacing 604. Now, the reason you should check out his channel is because he says he's a big guy, and he does a lot of product reviews. So if you're a larger body person, heavier person, and you want to know really how comfortable is in one of these seats or your rig, maybe that's somebody you should check out, because that way you're closer in body type to that person. You can get a better sense of how things work. Because I did have somebody ask me a few months ago when I was talking about my older rig. They said they want to know if it would fit their large frame. And so I'm only 6'1", but if somebody is 6'7", trying to use that frame, will it work for them? I don't know. So that way, if you check out SimRacing 604, maybe that'll better steer you in the right direction. You could probably ask him a bunch of stuff, comments on it and returns your comments. So something for you to check out in your travels on YouTube. All right, let's get to number one. And number one in my fast four this week is Huizenfeld. Did I say it right? Is Huizenfeld handbrakes. Huizenfeld is a company that makes handbrakes and they make pedals. Their stuff looks really cool, really beefy, and everything that I've been reading about it and watching on the videos, everybody says that the functionality is amazing, as well as durable and really well constructed pieces. The reason I came across this is because I'm looking for a handbrake, and I want something that's going to last. I want something that's going to work, but I really like the feature that if you put a little bit of tension on it, it gives a little bit of tension back. If you put a lot of tension, it gives a lot of tension back. And it's something about their linearity. And I'll put the graph up there for you to check it out. Well, you should check it out. Check out some of their videos. The only issue with the handbrake, because that's what I've been looking at, is it's more expensive. But I'm a big believer in you get what you pay for. So with that price, I think it's about a little under 300 euros. So it's going to cost me a lot more to convert it to Canadian, which does make it a lot more expensive than the Thrustmaster handbrake or some of the other handbrakes that I was looking at. But I also like the cool feature about this handbrake that you can change the angle. So instead of it coming straight back, if you're going to use it in a regular handbrake position, you can change it so it's out, so it's more ergonomic. It's just something that just gives you more options, something to check out, something to try. I really like the way that the handbrake looks to use it for rally racing, and just really impressed with it. I'm not knocking any other ones. I'm just saying this caught my eye. I'm trying to figure out a little plan how I can get this a lot sooner than later. So anyway, that's Huizenfeld handbrakes. Yeah, it's a tongue twister for me. I'm not very good at saying that. But anyway, I'll put the title up there so you can check it out. So that's my fast four for this week. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. If you have a company that you come across and you want me to give them a shout out, let me know. And that's it for today. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and have fun racing.